リカーゲームするの？ええ、私ってこう見えても負けず嫌いなのよ。
Well, that makes two of us.
いい飲みっぷりね。お手柔らかにお願いね。
Nah, the protagonist is probably not going to make her do anything too embarrassing. He's a good person at the end of the day. At least, I hope.
冗談でもなんでもないわよ。ちょっと前に働いていた会社にあんまり馴染めなくて。
Many such cases, unfortunately.
それで少し前に会社を辞めちゃったの。
That takes a lot of courage, though. If she's no nonsense, then wouldn't it make sense for her to quit a job she really dislikes? I don't know, that seems pretty in character. I don't agree with the protagonist here.
じゃあ私と一緒に就活する？
Damn, this girl's really forward. She's been the one flirting with the protagonist from the very beginning. Holy hell. Like, I know that this is because of like game mechanics or whatever, but this really doesn't seem like the kind of girl that would reject the protagonist, even from this point, you know?
いくつって、ずいぶんと変なことを聞くのね。私たち同級生よ。だったらあなたと同じ23歳に決まってるじゃない。
I don't know if I agree with her on this. Maybe things work differently in Japan, but I know when I was in high school we had people of all kinds of different ages there. Like when I was 16, I had a friend who was 20 and another one who was like 15, 14, and we were both on the same grade. So I kinda get her point, but not really. Like, just because you're in the same class doesn't mean you're going to have the same age. I don't know, I just disagree with her on this. I find this assumption weird. But anyway.
それ、私が老けて見えるってこと？
That's not... God damn it. Why a woman like this?
秘密っていうほど秘密じゃないんだけど、私騒がしい場所が嫌いというか苦手なのよね。
Oh, I get it. I'm old too. No, but seriously, the older I get, the more I agree with this. Like, when I was a teenager, I used to not mind when it was loud and would constantly disagree with my dad when he said that a place was too noisy and that he couldn't concentrate. I think that he was just being sensitive, but nowadays, yeah, the moment my dad gets angry, I get angry with him. I just agree with him the moment he starts to find the place noisy. The consequences of growing old, I guess. Anyway. Oh, how cute. They're matching. I know it's part of their culture, but man, does a sentence like this just seem so weird to like an outsider like me. I learned what a girl's tree sizes are before I learned what her hobbies or birthday are. Classy as hell.
この水着ちょっと冒険しすぎよね。
I mean, compared to the last one, I'd say you're being pretty modest. I like this more gentleman type protagonists. Not that this one is particularly gentlemanly, but you get what I mean. Yeah, I take back what I said. Oi, that's kind of manipulative protagonist. Sure.
いや、ダメじゃないぞ。私もあんたと話したいと思ってたところだ。
That seems a bit out of character.
で、勘違いはするなよ。 たまたま暇なだけなんだからな。
Ah, okay, now this is normal.
別にあんたにアンナと呼ばれたいわけじゃないからな。
They're not even trying to be subtle about this.
どうしてあんたに教えなくちゃならないんだ？
You know what? Yeah, that was pretty funny. Given this, I think that Anna was supposed to be like the first girl you romance. Seems pretty weird since you already start with kind of an advantage with your childhood friend given the tutorial, but yeah, Anna's probably the first girl you're supposed to go for. Or at least that's what the developers intended, I think. Why do you have to be like this, protagonist?
これはなんだ？
It's quite a weird gift, isn't it? Yeah, dude, but you can't just... Imagine just... Someone tells you, oh no, I like kids, I think it'd be nice to be a mother, and then you just, out of nowhere, give a baby bottle as a gift. Like, that probably just creeped them out. Let's be real. Yeah, I don't think most people would take it that way.
というかこれはセクハラだ。
It kind of is, actually. I don't know, that kind of adds a lot of pressure, you know? If I lose this, I go to jail. I don't think that's as light-hearted as this game wants to pretend it is.
開始だ。乾杯。
That's quite the... like... excited music. It's nice, but seems a bit unfitting for what's happening, honestly.
なんだか体が熱くなってきてしまったな。休憩の時間だ。私はそう簡単に酔わないからな。
As she says, she's getting so drunk she's already taking her clothes off.
あんまりひどいことは命令するなよ。
Don't worry, I don't want the sexual harasser label back anytime soon. Why are you like this, protagonist? Fine, whatever. Good with me. Looks like we're not a sexual harasser if she consented. This is so stupid in so many ways. I get what they were trying to do, but goddamn. The protagonist really wants, like, he is going for that sexual harasser label, right? Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Who the fuck? I just give up on this guy. What is this dialogue, man? Just when you think you reach the bottom of the barrel, this protagonist somehow, like, digs his way through and goes even lower.
魅力的だと？バカ！その発言はセクハラだ。
I can't even disagree this time. I fucking... This was legitimately sexual harassment, though. Just stop. Yay! Look, I got it. Not even excited about this. That scene was so trash. I gotta say, Anna's route is my least favorite so far. Not because I dislike Anna, but because I dislike the protagonist in this route. He was a bit of a pervert, and he didn't really know how to talk to people, like, I guess women specifically, But on this route, he's just terrible, dude. Like, the dialogue has been almost consistently terrible this whole route from him. I don't even have an excuse. This is just... God, I'm not liking this at all.
理科ゲームをするのか？そうか。別にあんたと理科ゲームがしたいわけじゃないぞ。あんたがどうしてもって言うから付き合ってやるだけだ。
I literally just asked once. Wait, wasn't she the one that proposed this in the first
あんま
place?
り飲みすぎるなよ。別に心配はしてないぞ。
Whatever, I guess I don't particularly like the character as well. Anyway, let's just get this over with.
なんだ、そんな質問でいいのか？
I mean, given the way we started, a normal question like this is a godsend.
前の3サイズの時みたいにいかがわしいことを聞かれるのかと思ったぞ。
Seems more like she's into it, honestly. Fucking tsunderes, man.
人との出会いなんて一期一会だろ。もし客を怒らせても二度と会うことはないからな。
You know what? That's actually some pretty good logic.
心持ちが楽で助かっている。
Though I don't think that that would apply too much in the real world. But I'm sure a lot of people would like that to be true. You know, that is still pretty bad though.
しないな。
You know, the joke doesn't work if you do it 3 times, you know, game. Like, this was pretty cute. It was pretty haha cute and funny, whatever. But God, I'm really not liking Anna's route, man. The other 2 were like, they had their flaws, but they were still kind of fun. I'm really not enjoying this one though. I know I've already complained quite a lot about the protagonist being horny, but imagine being such a degenerate that you can't pay attention to what someone is saying when they're clearly serious just because they're in a swimsuit. I don't know, maybe I'm being too harsh, but I'm really not liking this.
おい。
Well, at the very least, he's able to focus while being horny. That's a skill a lot of people seem to not have. At least that's nice. Let's just get this over with. I fucking hate this route, man. Fucking almost... The only reason I'm not skipping through dialogue is because I have to record it for this and the future video, but I think I made it pretty clear that this is my least favorite route, at least for now. I'm not even going to comment how creepy that is. It's sad, you know, the story set this up so well, and I really feel like I should care, but the dialogue has been so terrible that I don't. Whatever, let's just get through this. I've been harping on her route pretty hard, but I'll say this, at least this scene, as done as I am with the rest of her route, is pretty cute. I'll at least say this. Sure is, huh? Oh god. It's time for another loop grin. I'll never get over this pose. Like, girl, is this really comfortable? This looks so weird, man.
譲れないこと？どんなに疲れていても体を動かすことかな。
How admirable.
それだけは絶対に譲れないかも。ランニングしたり筋トレしたりストレッチしたり。
I feel like the order of these should be inverted for good exercise, but okay.
私、体を動かすことが好きなのよ。そうなのよ。あの時は急に走りたい気分になっちゃったの。 だから私服なんかでランニングしてたのよね。普段はちゃんとジャージを着るのよ。
What? How is wanting to be active and exercise? I mean, I guess I can kinda see it, but the fuck you going on about, protagonist? God, the more I play this game, the more I regret having put my name on this guy. God damn it. Considering who I'm going to give this to, maybe that's not the best description. To be honest, I'm kinda having mixed feelings about Kay. I don't know, like, you ever see someone who is in theory your type, but she doesn't invoke, like, the particular person doesn't invoke any feelings within you? That's how I feel about Kay. I generally love girls who like exercise, active girls. I generally love tanned girls, and I absolutely love redheads. So Kay should be like my perfect woman, or at least my perfect anime girl, right? But I don't know, I just can't feel strongly about her at all. I don't really know what it is. Very weird. I wonder if any of you guys ever felt that way.
マイダンベルは荷物になるから置いてきちゃったの。
A girl who likes exercise. This isn't that uncommon, man. Like, why are you treating her like she's some sort of alien?
準備はできてるかな？私にとってお酒は水みたいなものなのよ。
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
リカーゲーム開始。
Damn, every girl really does have a pretty cool, like, personal theme. It's one of the best parts of this game, actually. Just the sheer awesomeness of the music.
乾杯。
They really put a lot of love into this. It's a shame more people don't know about it. I'd say that's what I'm trying to correct by making videos about it, but let's be real. This game isn't suddenly going to get popular because of me.
お、いい飲みっぷりね。
Of all people. I learned that lesson a long time ago. I'm just not the kind of YouTuber that can do that. God, I love this type of bikini, man. I know a lot of people don't like this kind of like high leg sort of outfit, but I just can't help but love it, man. I get the people who don't like it, but this kind of outfit is just my thing personally.
悔しいけど負けたんだからしょうがないわよね。よし、さあ何でも言ってちょうだい。
Well, I'll give her that. At least she ain't no sore loser.
秘密、あ、まだ99、60、97。
And the girls in this game just not only know, but go about giving the 3 sizes like it's fucking nothing. Like, all you need to do is like, oh, I beat you at the liquor game. Tell me a secret of yours. Oh, a secret, huh? Well, I could tell you about an embarrassing childhood story, but no, you know what? 3 sizes. That's much more appropriate. It just gets ridiculous after a while. I get that it's, again, game mechanics. That's just how the game is structured. It's why this is happening, but it just gets ridiculous after quite a few times. They do try to mix it up, to be fair, but it's still a bit quite ridiculous. Let's be real. Also, why are all these girls like built like supermodels? Like, it's 90, close to 60, 90 all the time. Like, it's straight up a hourglass figure, and the same type of hourglass figure each time too. No, you know what? Let's go. Let's see this. Let me show you this in detail. Look, 91, 55, 88. 94, 58, 92. 95, 57, 99. And now, well, this one is here. It's all the same figure. It's all the same body type. These girls all pretty much have the same body. The difference isn't like singular centimeters, but they all have the same hourglass body type. I don't know why I'm even making such a big deal out of this. I just noticed it and wanted to point it out for some reason. I don't know. I guess I'm pretty weird. Screw it. I just felt like commenting about it. Whatever. Let's just continue. Of course they are.
そんなに胸ばかり見られると恥ずかしいわよ。ジロジロと見るために教えたんじゃないんだから。
How do they make a protagonist so infuriating that I'm agreeing with the embarrassed anime girl instead? Jesus Christ, what were they thinking? I don't mind generally pervy protagonists, but God. Anyway, let's just continue. All that said, this is a pretty good line, and I'm not going to pretend like it isn't.
もう開き直らないの。
But really, you really shouldn't be like that.
これでも胸が大きいこと結構気にしてるのよ。
Well, at least we aren't on Anna's route, so he isn't like a complete asshole. At least there's that.
大きいと運動するときにすごく邪魔なのよね。もらってくれる人がいればぜひあげたいわ。
You say that because you're not the one with 10 on your chest. Come on, dude. Yeah, I get it. I already talked about this way too much. You know what? I take it back. I'm actually starting to grow pretty fond of this girl. That seems like a pretty interesting question, actually.
もちろんよ。大好きに決まってるわ。誕生日はいつも1ホールをペロリと食べちゃうんだから。
I'd like to say that that's impressive, but I've met way too many people who can do that in my life, so actually this is more normal than it should be, honestly.
私、筋トレが趣味なのよね。意外でしょ。
Not really, but
何それ。意地でも君に意外って言わせるわよ。
oh wow, as if you weren't doing that before. Jesus Christ. You know, as attractive as I find her, it's kinda lame when you put it like that, honestly. When you're this horny about it, you know? Like, I like it when a protagonist can appreciate the beauty of a girl when he compliments her or whatever, but when he's this horny, even I'm off put by it, you know? I don't know, maybe I sound like the biggest bitch ever to you guys. What was concealed? Her clothes, her normal clothes are pretty revealing already. You're starting to sound like my comment section. Fine, I feel fucking blessed. I wish a girl. Well, actually, no. I don't give a shit. I don't want to date, like, ever. But yeah, I think anyone would feel pretty blessed to have this girl as their girlfriend. Like, are you fine with someone like me? Oh no. You're an ugly bitch. I don't want you. Like, what the fuck? Like, there comes a point where humility just sounds like bragging. I think there's even like a term for that. It's humble bragging. That's what you're doing. You're humble bragging right now, you bastard. Hell, even the protagonist agrees.
こら！いきなり海に入ろうとするなんてダメじゃないの。
Okay, I agree, but you know what? I was going to ask something stupid like, why does this scene start with the camera focusing on her crotch, but I know very well why. That's where the protagonist was looking. Obviously, he was looking at that instead of actually paying attention. I feel like complaining at this point would be like complaining that birds fly or something silly like that. Like at this point I should be used to it, right? Anyway.
ちゃんと準備運動しないと怪我するわよ。
Very good advice though.
前に私が格闘家だって話はしたわよね。実は私ね、怪我の療養とリハビリを兼ねてこの島に来てるのよ。怪我のことに敏感になってる自分がいて、だからさっきはつい怒っちゃったの。ごめんね。
I think some people may like call bullshit on this. Like they might say, "Oh, you don't have any serious injury. You're still like doing exercises, lifting weights, running around. Like obviously you're not suffering from anything that will make you retire, right? This is just either her complaining about nothing or lazy writing." But no, actually this is quite common. Like professional athleticism is an activity a lot more demanding than a lot of people realize. Like you can sustain an injury that can like leave you free to do most of everything, like running, stretching, lifting weights, but still prevent you from doing a serious physical like activity like fighting or practicing a professional sport. Like my dad actually is a good example. He sustained a really grave injury actually, and he can still do all these things. He goes to the gym, he runs, he can walk for like kilometers like pretty easily, but ever since he got that injury he was unable to do judo ever since, which was a martial art he was really into as a teenager. It's pretty sad, but this kind of thing is not bullshit, unfortunately. It's actually pretty common.
もう私なんか全然可愛くないわよ。筋肉質だし背も高いし、おまけにブスだし。
Okay, you're all muscly. That's a positive for a lot of people. You're tall. That's also a positive. And you're an old hag. The age of 30 is in demand, so yeah, I don't see any negatives here. At least for most of the internet. I'm kind of like neutral on most of these things, but I know plenty of you guys just read that and you're like, that's my woman. Anyway.
それはもちろんって言いたいところだけど、あまり考えたことないわね。でももしかしたら年下なのかもしれないわ。
Oh, what a coincidence. Me too. It's a joke. It's a joke, please. It's a joke. I don't mean it. I don't actually mean it.
私26歳なの。
That's still pretty young. She talks about being an old hag all the time. I thought she was like 35 or like a 41 maybe. And then you might say, oh, but someone who's 41 would never look like this. But one, this is anime, and two, she's pretty active. She exercises quite regularly, and people like that tend to look younger for a long time. So I think it would make sense. But yeah, sorry, I'm yapping too much.
若くは見られがちだけど、もうおばさんなのよ。
Please don't say that. If you're an old grandma, what am I? See, even the protagonist agrees. Hell yeah, I'm not that old.
お姉さんとか恥ずかしいから無理よ。無理無理。 やめて、その攻撃は私に効くわ。
Hey, it could be worse. People could call you uncle, like they did to me. That's kind of a strange thing to ask someone, but okay.
もちろん、例えばお葬式とかそういうの、
Damn, that turned dark pretty quick.
ああいうおとなしくしていないといけないわってどうにも嫌いなのよね。あと狭いところも苦手ね。
Yeah, I can't like really disagree with the protagonist on this one. That is actually kind of childlike. Gap Moe. And that will be it for today. If you like this video, please do all the normal YouTube stuff. You know, like, comment, subscribe, etc. And if you're feeling generous, please also consider supporting me through either one-time paid comment donation or by joining my channel membership for extra perks depending on how much you're willing to give me each month. Regardless of how much you donate, know that I appreciate every cent you're willing to give me, and even if you choose not to donate, always know that I super appreciate you just for being here. With that out of the way though, I bid you guys farewell. Obscure Anime out.